At the beginning of the episode, we see that Xing and Han are lying on the bed and lost in their thoughts where Han is thinking about what Chang had said and Xin is thinking about what Zhang Di had told him. The next morning, as Han wakes up, Xing is not with him and on the bedside table, a proposal for merging of Hanai and Shunqing is kept. Seeing this, he understands that now Shun also knows that Hannah is in his company. On the other hand, Xing is in his bedroom and she remembers what happened last night when Han fell asleep. She gets up and tries to open Han's locker. After a few attempts, she finally manages to open it and finds a lot of documents inside. All the documents are there and he gets this proposal from them. After a while Yiyo and Lilu come to him to talk about financing. Yiyo says that it will be better if we consider Dang Yang only because there will be no problem due to Han and Xing's relationship. But Lily tells her point that if he gives more shares to Zhang Yang then he will have more decision-making power than us. And anyway, relationship and business are two different things. If we consider other companies then we will have more right to take personal decisions. He asks Han to think about it and then he leaves. Han gets ready and goes to Shan Yang's club. He was thinking about whatever he had talked to Xing yesterday when he heard about it. Walker asks him what happened. Why did you call me so early in the morning? Han tells him that Shan has found out but he heard this from someone else. He is shocked and asks where is she? Did you explain anything to her? No, Han says that she has also gone to Chang to talk about financing and she is also very angry, so there is no point in talking to her because she will not understand. Xing is talking to Chang when Chang tells her that he will invest in her company through a third-party company. Xing asks him to do all this quickly, to which he says yes. Song comes and tells Han that Xing has accepted Chang's proposal, hearing which Han asks him to call a board meeting. After which we see Yang and Chang drinking tea together where they were congratulating each other. Yang tells him that you are finally investing in Xingchang and Chang thanks him. He says that because of you in the board meeting the directors agreed and allowed a third party to invest in Xingchang. Now when later they will find out that the company is under me, let's see how he can save them and this will be your chance to bring back Gang Medical. Both of them are very happy here. Then they get to know that the company is under me. Xing returns to her home at night, seeing which Mang was very happy that she came here. Xing tells her that she will stay here for a few days. Then she goes to her room and keeps checking her phone. On the other hand, Ain was also sitting on the bed and checking his phone but none of them takes any action. Next day, as soon as Xing's meeting ends, Jiju comes and tells him that Mang has improved our financing. Hearing this, Xing says okay. Seeing this, Lily asks her if there is any problem. I have been watching you for a few days. But Mang says that no, there is nothing like that. And Lily asks him not to take too much pressure from her and to share things with him. She tells Xing that today she and Jiju are going to meet Mr. On the other hand, Zhang Di comes to Chang's office and is very happy. She asks him what he is going to do with Xin-chan now and gives him the gift he had brought for him. Chan becomes very happy seeing this because this was the first time she had brought a gift for him. Then he shows her a document which she is shocked to read. Chan gets Xin-chan's shares after the investment and he has exchanged them with Se in exchange for shares in Se's company. Then we are shown flashbacks of Han meeting Chang where he asks him for shares in Xin-chan's company in exchange for Chang's company shares. Chang tells him that you are giving me all these shares in exchange of my few shares of Xing-chang. Do you really care about Xing-chin and asks if Xing will like to know about this, but Han says that he will take care of it and asks him to sign it. Knowing all this, Jan gets sad and says that in her eyes my company is rubbish which she will never buy. He can also throw it away but Chank says that I will treat it like a treasure and I wanted you to finish all the ties quickly with Han. Then she tells Jangu that from now on my company will officially be yours. After which we see Lily and Yiyo at dinner with the rest of the people and Mr. Ma where they were thanking Mr. Ma that because of his raw material, they were able to help them so much. Now as Lily was about to drink, Yiyo thanked Mr. Ma and raised her toes. Then, Shorakar said that he knows all the people here, so he will toast with him in return. Now as soon as Lily was about to drink, he took the cup from her hand and put it down and said that your stomach is upset. That's why you don't drink wine, drink something else, which Yiyo sees. picks up the drink and says that I drink in Lily's place, and Sho also toasts to her with a straight face, and then he says that this mail is from his side and leaves. Now when Lily comes to pay for the mail, the employee there is not taking the money because Shah had refused her. Shah comes there and tells her that I have asked the chef to prepare milk for you, you can drink it, but Lily says that I have given you the money for the bill and goes down to the parking where Sho follows her and says that they can try to come together again, but Lenny refuses and says that if you had told me earlier, then maybe I would have been happy but not now. But he starts backing off from Shao, who sees everything and comes there and punches Shao and asks him to stay away from Lily. He tells Lily that if he breaks his promise again, then what will happen to Lily? He also tells Lily that you are breaking your principle for such a person. You were not like that and you don't look like the girl I would have liked. Saying this, he leaves from there. Now Shah was about to say something when Lily tells him that I cannot compromise anymore and I do not want to wait for you to change. Let's end everything here, saying this and leaves. Then we see Shin, who was standing in front of Han's apartment. She comes out after some time and goes inside where Han was making strawberries for her. He asks her to sit, but Shin tells her that the person who has invested in her company is Jang. Han says that he already knows this. Shin says that you are not angry and do you not want to ask me? Han asks her that why did you take his help when you know that he is my competitor? Shin says that do you care about this? Do you have it? So if you already have Hannah, then why did you invest in our company? Ain. He says that I invested because you needed it, and what else? You would not have been able to reach here without me. The reality is that it is very difficult for startup companies to grow. In the meantime, instead of having a crush, if you can merge with Hanai and get success, then why not? Because if I had not done all this, some other company would have done this with you. Hearing this, Xing shouts and says that then I too, seeing the reality, have accepted Chan's investment from your learning, for this you should praise me. Hearing this, Han's expression changes and he tells her that you knew that I will not give you hard time. That is why you did this, and if I had not approved you for this, then what would you have done now? Then, Xing says while controlling herself, she says that I have been living with you for so long, I should get some reward for those moments with you. After hearing this, Han takes her to his study room and shows her the shares of Xing Chang that he had taken from Chang and tells her that he still has 500 shares of his company, after seeing which she is shocked and tries to explain to her politely that if you had any doubt, you could have come and told me. I don't do so much for our relationship, she tells Shingo that. Which relationship? Do you really love me or do you treat me like a pet? Do you think you have done such tricks with other girls too? After hearing this, Han angrily says that. Do you think I have so much time that I pretend to be in love with you and pamper you? Your judgment is always wrong. You know why Chan wanted to invest in your company because Yuan wanted to destroy me by using it. But she tells Shingo that in the last you used Xing Chung like a pun. Han says that if I thought so, would I have worked so hard to get these shares from Chan? Then he shows her the document and says that if you want, Xing Ching will always be yours. But Xing gets frustrated and says that you are just a heartless person who looks with interest. Hearing this, Han throws the document on the table and asks her to keep quiet. Xing tells her that I thought you loved me. Ho! That's why you changed your door password and introduced me to your family, but you did not do all this out of love but because I am the right choice. He tries to explain to her that he really loves her, but Shin cries and calls him a terrible person and leaves. After which both of them sit in their house rotting. Next day, stunned young Miracle announces that Hanai has his shares and that Xing Ching and Hanai are going to merge. As their stock prices rise a lot and everyone is watching about all this. After which, we see Shin meeting Mr. Chen, who tells her that he really respects her and she still remembers everything she said in her speech. So Chan tells her that there are only 2 requirements for this merger. Then Chang tells her that why don't you talk to Mr. Han directly for this? Then Xing starts making excuses that because you are handling the merger. So I thought I will talk to you directly. Then Mr. Chan tells her that I myself had put the proposal of merger in front of Mr. Han, but he did not agree to it. But later when he agreed to this thing, then he strictly told me that this is not proper merger. Ho Ka and Xiang Chang will keep working on their ideas. On hearing which, Xiang Ku starts thinking and then tells her the requirement of her merger. That none of her employees will be fired from the company until they will be fired unless they are at fault, and their R&D department can conduct its own research in which they will not be interfered by anyone. Now, Mr. Chen goes and tells all this to Han, and Xiang also goes and tells all this to Lily and Jizu. She assures them that everything will be fine. Then Mr. Chan messages her that Han has approved this requirement and the contract will be mailed to you soon. So now she holds a meeting with her company. Everyone here is a little tensed. She tells them about these requirements and tells them that they will also get to learn a lot because of this disease and prepare for it. So that all the employees are happy. Ho! They go, seeing whom even the lion becomes happy. After this we see Yuan, who goes to meet Chang. She angrily tells him that for love you have cheated me too, you gave Xing Chang's shares to him. Hearing this, Chang says that I have done it for profit because Xing Chang's shares were less, but I got Guanggua's shares. This will keep Ganjia mostly under me, so I can develop my company much more. Yuan says that you betrayed me at the last moment. Do you know what will happen to you after making me angry? Chang says that the one who is my enemy's enemy is my friend, so you should think whether you want to stay friends or become an enemy. Hearing this, Yuan goes ahead. She says yes to cooperate and then smilingly goes to NA:'s office and congratulates him that he completed his pledge before time and doubled the share price. But Han arrogantly tells her that I thought that you have come to apologize to me for cooperating with Jack. NA says that you cannot blame me without any proof. Hearing this, Han takes out the photos of meeting junk from his drawer and says that I thought you would stoop to such a level that you would help Dang Yang to bring me down. In an attempt to do so, you got involved with our enemy. If I show these photos to Grand Power Director, then just think what will happen to you when you see Yuvan's face. Layak. Ho tells Anu that but I will not do this because I do not want to see my family members become laughingstock and asks her to give away her shares of Dungung Medical soon and cooperate with him in growing the company. Hearing this, Yuan says that I will make you admirable for success. I have made the girl whom you loved into Eve love, and if she really loves you then she will not be able to live with you like before. I will definitely want to see what she does. Saying this, she leaves. Now at night, we see that Xiang has taken all her stuff and left Han's house. Han is sitting on the sofa with tear ice. Da Hung is also sitting beside her on the table. But Xiang had left behind his gift and a letter with it that Da Hyung did not want to go with me. That is why you should take good care of him now. Seeing this, Xiang remembers all the time he spent with him and becomes very sad. Next day, Xiang is packing his luggage and Lily and Mango are also helping him. Lily asks him to go to his home and take a good rest on this day and asks Mango that you are taking so much luggage as if you are not going to return, but Singh refuses and says that no, there is nothing like that. Then these people do the packing. After this, when Lily reaches her home, her mother was waiting for her with the luggage outside the house. She becomes very happy to see them and packs their luggage. She was taking her inside the house, but Mom again blames her and shouts that I found out from some people that your rich boyfriend left you. You got the punishment for not listening to me, right? Hearing such things, Lily again gets a little angry but doesn't say anything. Sen now comes to Han and Lu, who are getting out of a memory. Lu tells him that I heard from Mang that this time you were going to go with Shin to meet his parents, but it's okay, couples fight, and after he comes back, you convince him, she will definitely understand. Then Han asks her if she will really come and Lu says yes, she will definitely understand that Hanai and Xiang Qing are not the same. In fact, Deng Yang will also be his. Hearing this, Han does not say anything and starts walking ahead. Then we see Yiyo, who comes to Li's house with some gifts and knocks on the door, but no one opens the door. Then he sees Li coming from outside with her mom. Her mom was talking about sending her on a blind date. Hearing this, Yiyo meets Li and her mom. When mom asks who he is, Yiyo says that he is Li's boyfriend. Li starts smiling and does not say anything. Now when she is cooking inside the house, she asks, "What are you doing?" To this, he says that I came here to wish you a happy new year, but when I heard that I was here, that your mom is sending you on a blind date. So to help you, I became your fake boyfriend. Hearing this, Lily says okay and smiles. Then Lily's mom, who was sitting in the living room, calls Jiju there. Here he starts asking about him. That since when both of them have been together, then Jiju tells that he fell in love with Lily at first sight. To seduce her, he also did a lot of funny things about which he tells everything to mom, that how he had ordered that expensive bag for her and even came to the office wearing a crazy outfit for her. Hearing this, Lily also starts laughing. Then mom says that out of all the boyfriends you have had till now, he is the best. The boy is this. Then he starts telling them more funny things. While Xing reaches her home, her mother asks her why Han did not come. She says that there is some family problem due to which he will not be able to come, and goes to her room. Her parents, seeing her in such a state, understand that she is sad, so they decide that they will try to cheer her up and will not ask her more about all these things. Then we see Mahan, who goes to meet his grandfather. Grandpa says that, look, I already told you that you will not be able to stay together for long. Now you both have no future. And the calligraphy that he had given, on which was written 2 poles apart, he gives her a "there are people about to stamp," but Lu stops them and says that it is not over yet, they will come together again, to which Grandpa laughs and says that it is okay, I will wait for you and we'll see if you guys can get together or not. Now at night, Lu and his mother were lighting fireworks and clicking photos happily. When Han was passing by, he tries to stop him, but Han says that he is also tired and goes away. Loki's mother asks what happened to him. Lu says that he had a fight with Shan, but everything will be fine. Then mother sees Manaka coming here, in which she was wishing them a happy new year. Seeing this, she becomes very happy when Lu checks her phone. So he did not receive any message, so he messages Mang about this and asks her why she did not wish him. She says that your mother is very important, and then wishes him a happy new year. He gets happy hearing this and sends her a photo of lighting fireworks. Next we see that Xing is having dinner with her parents, and she gets a little sad, but her parents try to cheer her up. After a while, Xing goes alone to see the fireworks, where she remembers last year when she wished Han, and both were very happy. Han is driving to his home, and as soon as he reaches home, a dead newer. Han asks him, why are you not celebrating with Bibi? Ho tells him that she has gone abroad with her parents, and I thought I will celebrate with Lily. As soon as he says this, Han understands his situation, but Sho says that no, your and my circumstances are very different. You will at least meet Sho on the pretext of a meeting, but what about me? Han starts looking for Davin here because it was time for him to eat, but he does not find him anywhere in the house. Sho says that where will he go? The door must be closed, but when he looks, he finds that the door is not closed properly. That is why both of them go to look for him. They go to the lake below the house. Shah was sitting on the other side and calling out to him. Now here Han asks him to go through the bridge, but he jumps into the water and goes straight to him and grabs him. Now when Han is in the house with Dao Ang, Shah tells him that if you have found Dao Ang then you will find Xing too, and wishes him a happy new year and leaves. Han pats Dao on the head and says that you are also missing her, right? That's why you went out. Don't worry, she will come back soon. Saying this, he sends a message to Xing about the new year, which Shan sees but doesn't reply. Now after the new year, we see that Han has a meeting with Nai and Xing Qing, where Han comes to meet Xing half an hour earlier. He reaches the meeting, but Luo Ping comes and tells him that Xing will not be attending the meeting, hearing which he gets sad. Now when the meeting starts, Lu Ping tells everyone which posts they will be receiving, but Shan was lost here. He remembers the moments with Shan, that how she said that she will always be with him and will always celebrate his birthday with him. After the meeting, he calls Shan, but she probably blocked him. When Lily and Yeo come back from the meeting, they hear all the employees talking about something. When they go and ask them, Shan tells them that they all have received an email from Shan where Shan had personally mailed all the employees. She thanks Sheikh and tells him that how he has been associated with her company since the time when her company did not even have any finances, how hard he worked with her, and he always used to eat only noodles, but now when her company has grown so much and now more than a year has passed, she gives him a meal card in return of thanking him so that he can eat good food and take care of his health. Similarly, Sheikh also gets a mail to trust her company, and she gives some favorable gift to all the employees in a way. seeing which everyone gets very emotional. Now Lily also goes to her room and reads the mail that Xing had sent her, in which he had written that when I started Xing, I never thought then that you will join me. I felt very bad that a top sales girl like you has to work with a small company like us. But after the merger, you will get more opportunities. After reading this, Lily's eyes fill with tears. She remembers the moments spent with Shun. Shun gave her medicine for hangover and asked her to take care of her health by drinking less. Yiyo also gets a mail where Xing thanks her because it was her opportunity that they both were able to bring Xing Chang here. She says that I wanted to buy something for you too, but I could not buy anything that could express my gratefulness to you. She tells him that from now on you have to protect Xing and his employees because now I will not be able to go with you. After reading this mail, he also gets sad and starts remembering the time with Xing when they had started the company. There we see Xing sitting in a flight. Sina comes to her senses and remembers that when she had asked Xing about Lely, he had refused to tell her where Xing was and he had asked her to leave him alone for some time. Here we see a letter from Xing on his desk saying that I am happy to meet you. This world is very big and now we will not be able to meet each other in the future. Along with this, there is also his resignation letter in which he had written the reason that my dreams are not being fulfilled. Now I will not be able to complete that after the merger, so I cannot continue anymore and I am resigning. Seeing this, Han becomes very sad. He now goes to the club and starts drinking a lot and remembers how Xing had said that when she drinks, she forgets everything. He was drinking to forget everything, but his body had a severe allergy. Then Shah, while passing by, sees him and stops him. He scolds him and says, "Do you want to die?" And then he goes to get medicine for her. He takes Shah to his house and makes him lie down on the bed. After a while, when Han gets up to drink water, the box containing the cards that Xing had kept on the side falls down and the box containing the cards falls down. Han finds a note inside the note, in which Xing had written all the things that she wanted to do with Han. Seeing this, he gets sad. Xing reaches Germany and is having dinner at the same restaurant, where she and Han had dinner together, and she also remembers that time. After which Han goes to the rooftop of Xing's old company where he sits and tells Xing that the view is still good but you are not with me. Then he lights fireworks there as per Xing's wish, and says that you had said that if you make a wish from the fireworks then it gets fulfilled. Now I am doing it, so will you come back? And he sits there the whole night. Shingo passes through the street where he had bought the beer mug for Han, and she was also remembering the moments spent with him. Next day Han goes to the beach and collects shells because this was also Xing's wish. He sees a couple together there. He smiles. It seems he has put up a wish list on his fridge and now he starts fulfilling all those wishes. One by one. Xing thinks in his mind that whatever had to happen has happened and that is why it is time to move on. But here, poor Han's condition is not good at all. He sits on the top of the top all night and keeps looking at the building. One day Song calls Lu and Shaw to show them his condition. He tells them that ever since Shan has gone, he has been coming here many times. They come and wait as if he has become like a rock. When he is waiting for his wife, Lu says, "What has happened to my nephew? If this continues he will be ruined." So now the three think that they have to do something to fix him. The next day, Abhan calls Lu to his bar where he shows his and Shink's story like a cartoon play. They show Han as a hunter and Shink as a fox. One day, while the hunter is hunting, he finds a snake which was troubling the fox, so he kills the snake and they become friends. In exchange, the fox gives him his snake and the hunter gives him a star. Seeing all this, Fox was smiling now. Whatever happens, he refuses to hunt the hunter because all the animals living in the jungle were his friends. But when the hunter does not listen to him, Fox says that he will also not eat any animal. But one day, Hunter mistakenly suspects that Fox has eaten an animal. He breaks his star and goes to him and tells him that I will also hunt. You have broken your promise. But Fox explains to him that I have not done anything like this. I have been just eating grass for so many days. But Hunter does not listen. Fox breaks the friendship and goes away saying that we cannot live together because whenever we live together, we will never be able to live in our true self. Seeing all this, he remembers his and Hunter's time together and how he used to live with him. She was insecure and after the fight, She told him that she was scared of him, but in the end they show that Hunter and Fox meet each other after a long time and become friends again, which makes Han cry. Then some time passes and we see Shin, who was studying AI technology in Germany, when one day she is eating dessert in a shop and behind her she hears the boss of a company talking to a Dr. Shin, who offers her to join his company and requests her to join, but this young boy, Dr. Shin, directly refuses her because he wants to work in this field and go to his homeland China. And he was going back soon too. Now there were pigeons sitting in front of Shin. She was happily feeding them. Then a thief was running away from there with Shin's backpack. Shin asks to catch him. Meanwhile, as the thief passes near Shin, she puts her foot forward and makes him fall. The thief runs away from there but leaves the bag there. Shinli thanks her for the bag. She says it's okay, Shinli. Hearing this, he says, "Do you know me?" She tells him that in this AI industry, mostly everyone knows you. Hearing this, he asks her for lunch. Shinli refuses, saying she has some work, and leaves. She smiles seeing him. Next day, Shinli is in a library where his professor asks Mango to stay here and teach students. For this, he was providing him good facilities etc., but he refuses. Then the professor says that if you have decided, then I cannot do anything. Then Shinor comes there to return the book to the professor. Seeing him here, Shinli gets happy and calls him by name. Both of them meet and the professor leaves, saying that Shinor, if you need any book then take it from Shinli, and when he asks her, she tells him that she is from the field of medicine. Hearing this, he says that then we are friends. We exchange our contacts with each other and Shinli asks, which book do you need? Tell me, I have read all the books here. She asks him for A.E. Madison's book. While talking to her, he starts taking out many books. When he looks back, he finds that Shin was completely covered with it. So he takes half of the books from her and asks her for a meal. This time he asks her not to refuse. So Shin agrees. From here, we see Mango and Lily together. Lily shows him a video of her mom dancing, and Lily tells him that after the new year, the relationship between you and your mom has become much better. To this, Lily says that all this has happened because of my mom. She has started liking him a lot and now he has become very steady at work. So Mang says that really since Xing has gone, all the responsibility has come on both of you. And when she made a video call to Shin, she also looked happy there. Next day, we see Na, who was sitting in his office reading some files. When Shaw enters his office for the first time, he says that really, your office is so big and the view from here is so good. So Han says that if you have come here just to pass time, then go away. Hearing this, Shaw says that after the breakup, you have become even more arrogant and I came here to tell you that I was working with Zhang Jun's company. He is doing very well together. You had invested so much in that company and he is reaping the fruits of all your hard work. You are looking so busy, it definitely means that you must have some plan. Saying this, he leaves. As soon as Lily comes to the office, she sees that their technology team is not there. On asking Zhang, she finds out that all of them have gone out to eat. Hearing which, Lily says that since then Hanai does not want to let our employees do any work, she remains free all day. Then Zhang says that because of this Jiju is under a lot of stress. Hearing which, Lily goes to him where she sees that he was working very hard. She asks him to take it easy and what Hanai is doing with them. When Jiju talks to him about this, he says that it is a tough time for us, but don't tell Xing about it because he is currently working on a project with his team so that the situation can be set right. Then Zhang comes to Lily and says that the suppliers are taking our raw product and if this continues, our delivery will be delayed by a week. Hearing this, Lily leaves to talk. Jiju messages Xing and tells him that his team will have to work overnight. Then he starts working himself. The scene now switches to Mang, who was sitting in Lu's cafe when Lu gets a call that her mom has fainted. Hearing this, both of them quickly go to her mom's house. They leave to go. Here we see that actually nothing had happened to mom. As soon as she sees those people coming, she lies down on the bed to pretend and explains to Meet what she has to tell them when they arrive. She pretends to be sick. When they ask to take her to the hospital, mom refuses. She says that she will not be able to get up and the doctor has also said that she should be given proper treatment. I can do that at home. At the same time, the maid says while crying that she has to take leave from work and take care of her husband. Otherwise, he will divorce her. So, she was refusing to give him leave, but mom gives her leave and Meet leaves. Now Lou is thinking that what will happen to Mom? Who will take care of him? He is quite worried, but then I say that I will take care of Auntie Who. On hearing this, Mom immediately says yes. Seeing them like this, both of them get a little amused, and with this the episode ends here. So guys, this was today's video, and I hope you guys liked this video. If you liked it, then please like this video and please subscribe to the channel. Shall we meet again in the next episode of this drama? Till then, goodbye.